Hey everyone, so welcome to Wip It podcast episode 16. I'm Cassie, also known as Crafty Cassie, is my YouTube channel. I'm also Crafty Cassie on Ravelry, and you can find me on Instagram at Cassie Hills. That's C-S-S-I Hills, H-I-L-L-S. And I do have a Facebook page, Trinity Designs. You can also find that. If you can't find Trinity Designs, then look under Trinity Designs 89. You might be able to find me that way. So, today is a day of progress, but not completion. So, with that being said, I have no completed items to show you guys. But everything that I have been talking about in the last couple episodes, I've made progress on. So that's always good news. We'll start with the oldest one, which is actually a crocheted item. And that's here. And I got a couple of rows done. I think I'm on row 24. Yeah, I'm on row 24. I'm close to the 30 bag mark, 30 plastic bags being in here. I cut plastic bags into plarn. And this is what it looks like. And then I just crochet with that. So, I have a whole stash of bags I need to cut up. And I have 1, 2, feels like 3 bags ready to crochet, 3 balls to crochet into that right now. So that's going to complete row 24 and possibly 25. I found the pattern on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and it's not downloadable. You actually go to the website. It's on a blogger's page. So, yeah. Then the next oldest thing is this guy. As you can see, I'm kind of in the middle of a row. This is the sockhead beanie. And I am done with the brim finally, and I'm working on the base of the hat. And I'm somewhere in the 1 to 1.5 inch mark of the hat. The body of the hat, I have to go 9 inches total. So I've got about 7.5 inches left on that guy. I'm using... Oh, I forgot to tell you what hook size I was using on this crocheted bag. This is a market bag, by the way, and I'm using an H hook or a 5mm size hook. And this is a double crochet that I'm using stitch-wise. That's what the pattern calls for. On the sockhead beanie, I am using my bamboo clovers in a US 2 or a 2.75mm. The yarn, I actually found the wrapper, is Juniper Moon Farm. It was not blueberry, though junipers do have blue berries on them. It is not Blueberry Farms, it is Juniper Moon Farms in their Harriet Fine base. It's baby alpaca blended with nylon, 75 to 25, and the colorway is 2009. Oh, when you see these dates here, that's when I bought them. It's something new I'm trying this year, just so that I know how long a skein of yarn has been in my stash. So the longer it's been in my stash, the more higher it needs to be used up. So that's that guy. So I have, last time I showed you guys I was like in the brim area still. It was like I still had like a half an inch to an inch left to go, and then so now that's done, and now I'm working on the body of the hat. Next up is the next longest project I've been working on, and that would be this guy. And I'm in the middle of a row on this guy. So these are my current socks that I have on the needles. It's just a vanilla sock, and it is part of Woolen Vine's box of socks cowl that I am partaking in. And I believe this is my 4th pair for the year. And I'm using my knit picks. I believe these are and these are US ones, a 2.25 millimeter, and I'm knitting these in the largest size. I'm using Woolen Vine's my favorite sock pattern for this pattern. It's a vanilla sock, and the yarn is Mountain Colors ink. This is their Barefoot base, which is a 60% superwash wool, 25% mohair, and 15% nylon. And this is the colorway Poppy Trail. That's that. I don't have much. I actually have quite a bit left, but hopefully I should. It's getting light, and I'm hoping I don't run out of yarn, because it did use a lot of yarn for the first sock. So, now the newest item that I have casted on, also in the middle of a row, is this guy, if I can get him straightened out. Now the reason why I'm in the middle of a row is because I am finally on the short row portion, which is actually the lace inserts, and I need to I actually need to switch colors. Speaking of which, I'm just gonna cut this right there. And I will pick up when I come back. Probably didn't need to cut that one, but oh well, we'll see. So I have started that row, but basically what I have done here, if I can get the body of the knitting. Okay, so that's where I started, and that's the body. So you have this really pretty cast on, like so, and then it's just a bunch of garter stitch. It's super soft and squishy. So that's all that. I am, like I said, in the middle of starting my short rows now, so that is coming up. The yarns I am using are these two, and they are these guys. They are my Madeline Tosh in their Tosh Merino Light base, which is 100% superwash merino wool. These are their singles, not their plied. And I am using the garter. The base of the shawl is in the colorway Mare, and then the lace bits or the short rows are done in the colorway Ink. So that is all of my current whips. Not bad, and I have worked on all of it this week. All of it. And I want to give a tribute to this guy. I haven't updated the last bit of this week, but I have updated it with this full week here. So I need to sit down and do that. What did I do? Actually, I'm not even going to fill out Thursday and Friday because I didn't project those. So today I want to work on the sock. So, and then I want to start the short rows of the shawl. And ribbon 16. Okay, so there, that's updated. I also want to today take some of my bear yarn and break it down into mini skeins. I need to figure out the measurements that I need to do for that. I have a metal ruler that I'll use that as my measurements. So I'll make a bunch of mini skeins today and hopefully maybe get those soaking and ready to dye for later this evening. We'll put it on the to-do list. If I don't get it done today, I can move it to tomorrow and keep moving it until I actually do it. So, I've been talking about doing that for weeks now, and that's probably what's going to happen is I'm just going to keep talking about it for more weeks until probably until Alex goes on his next overseas work, because that's happening in September. So, hopefully not, but you never know. Boy likes to keep me busy, let's put it that way. So, that's everything I have for project-wise. So I'm going to go ahead, I did get some new acquisitions, so I want to show those to you guys. Just a couple things. Which is good for my pocketbook, but I'm still buying stuff and it's not yarn related. I'm buying other things. I'm buying nail polish and, oh, I bought a shelving unit, and I will show that to you guys. It's a new crafting unit. It's going to be holding most of my yarny good stuff here at the apartment, so I will take you over there and show it to you guys now. So this is my new crafting shelves here at the apartment. Up top, which is where we're going to start. I just have books. So I've got coloring books and crochet and knitting and stuff like that. I have magazines over here, knitting and crocheting, and then just some packing supplies. I have my blocking mats right here, and then soak and my pins there. I have my beading stuff here to make stitch markers and stuff like that. Sewing machine. And then down here, just looks like someone's been in here recently. Down here I have all of my dyes. I have some yarn to wrap around skeins and stuff like that, so I can dip it and stuff like that. I have something to hang on to. So that's what all of that is for. I got all of that at the local thrift store, so it was relatively cheap to get. And then all of my bare wool, yarn and fleece, my crock pot, some mason jars, and then some measuring stuff. I do have some measuring spoons that I need to get and put in there as well, but I just haven't gotten that far. So, there, that's closed. So, yeah, just it's 5 shelves, and then the 2 doors open there. I do need to, there's a mess over here that I need to go through. Some of it's crafting supplies, most of it's not, but that will get organized and put in there somewhere too. So, maybe. But it definitely needs to get cleaned up. Some Goodwill stuff in there too. So that's this entire unit. This unit was an acquisition for this week as well. So that's as of it right now. It'll probably change, and then when Alex and I move into our own place, I plan on painting it. It's relatively a cheap unit. Cheap but not cheap. It's sturdier now that we have it completely put together, but at first it was pretty rickety. So that's everything, guys. Till next time. Bye. Alright, so that was the unit. So let's go ahead and look into some of the other things that I've bought this week. So I went to my local thrift store and I found this guy. This is a Knit Picks in their palette yarn, which is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, in the Iris Heather colorway. So it's actually really very pretty. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. Kind of smells a little musty, but that's kind of a thrift store smell. So I may just use this as practice yarn. And then this skein I got is Mundos de Uruguay and their Allegra base. It's actually one of my favorite bases by them. It's super soft and squishy. And this was actually in their spring colorway. Orchida, I believe is how you say it. And this is, as you saw, 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, which if you didn't know is nylon. And this was dyed in Dragoon and by Morella, I believe. So it's so pretty and absolutely, I love the colors. Colors are bright and it makes me think of Easter, which is so cute. And I'll probably make these into socks. And then this guy. This is Coquette? Not exactly sure. And this is in their Twist Light. 75% merino wool and 25% merino. Alright, start that one over. This is Madeline Tosh in the Twist Light color, or Twist Light yarn base, and the colorway is Coquette, I believe. This color has been discontinued. So it is just a bright neon pink. They have came out with a Coquette Du. My French is horrible, so please don't judge me for that. They have retired this color and came out with a similar color, has the same name, but it is Du, as in it is the secondary one. I don't know if maybe the pigments, the dye that she used, whatever color it was, just got discontinued or what, but this colorway is not offered. I did see the secondary one, the one that has replaced this in the unicorn tail. It's just a little bit more blue based than this guy, so the pinks are a little bit more intense, but after talking with the store owner in which I bought these two yarns, which happens to be my local yarn store, Wild Fibers, those variations in the yarn can happen even within the same colorway. Some turn out a little darker, some turn out a little lighter, some turn a little bit more speckled. You know, just it's hand-dyed yarn. That variation happens. So, I don't mind, but I'm glad I was able to pick up a skein of this. My yarn store doesn't carry a whole lot of the Tosh Twist Light anymore. They carry more of the Merino Light singles rather than this now. And so I was super excited to see this there. and I'm going to be partnering this up with an Allegra from Manos de Uruguay. I forget what colorway it is, but it's got bright hot pink in it, and I believe I'm going to be using this for and that yarn for the Doodler shawl. I don't know what other color I'm going to use with it. It does take 3 colors, so I need to actually get the hold of the Doodler so I can make sure I have enough yardage, because I know it requires a lot of yards for the first 2 colors. So this may be my 3rd color, and I may be finding a 3rd color in Madeline Tosh that way, so I can get more of that yardage, because I can't get any more of this. It is sold out just about everywhere I've looked, and I bought the last one at my local yarn store, sadly. So. Last thing I got, it's just a cord, needle cord for my interchangeables, and I'm actually I bought this specifically for the Waiting for Rain cowl. Oh, that's what that shawl was, by the way. I don't think I ever talked about that. Talked about the yarn, but I didn't talk about the needles. And so the needles are my Rosewood US 6s in the 4mm sizes. This has a 24-inch cable on it right now. So I got some Knitter's Pride interchangeable needle cord in the 40-inch. So now I have a longer cord to work with for that shawl, because it's only going to get wider and wider and wider and wider. So, yeah. What's been going on lately? Not a whole lot. I did put together that shelving unit I showed you guys, and started organizing that. Alex and I are doing good. He still doesn't know where he's going for his next assignment. As of right now, he's waiting word from the higher-ups. He's hoping that where he's currently at, that the manager will have enough pull to be able to keep him there for a little bit, at least for the next 1.5 years, which will actually put me pretty much right when my contract is done. So yeah. Oh, speaking of redoing my contract, the ceremony for that is going well. My parents are coming up. At first my brother was like, yeah, I'm coming, and then found out yesterday that he wasn't, because he just doesn't have the time off at work, and it about broke my heart. My brother and I have had a really rocky relationship growing up, just because we're both two strong personalities. And when you have 2 kids in the same household that are just super strong, there's going to be conflict. And my mom was a single mom, and though that is no excuse, it was, me and my brother were just a handful growing up. That's just unfortunately how we are. So now that I have moved out, though, he has, in these last couple years, he really has matured a tremendous amount, and you know, they say time heals all wounds. There are still some wounds, but our relationship is much better now, thankfully, and I've been really lucky to have him as my brother. So now I found out this morning when I woke up, was actually the first text I read when I woke up, was the fact that he is actually going to come up now. So I'm super excited that that's happening. My parents lives in Florida and I'm currently in Washington State, so yeah, life's crazy. Alex's mom is going to be here soon, in the next 2 weeks, week and a half. She comes in, I think, on a Tuesday. So, Alex has been given the approval from his bosses, from his direct manager, to have the days off that his mom flies in and flies out. So he doesn't have to use any of his vacation time to do that. He'll be able to go and pick his mom up and drop her off. So that's awesome. And then what else? I don't have the time to be able to take off from work. I don't have the permissions to go and pick her up as well, unfortunately, so I will have to see her when I get home from work. But yeah, we really have to clean the guest room. I have to finish unpacking, like, as you guys saw, there's some stuff over there in the along the side there that I need to clean up that actually is all mine, and get that all cleaned. By getting that all cleaned up, she'll be able to have a place to herself. There's also some of our roommate stuff in there, and he will be moving it back into his room when we get closer to that date. We've been having, my boyfriend and I have been having some words between each other about that, because he's just, the roommate's decluttering his room and cluttering up the guest room, sadly. So, and I can't say much because I've been doing the same thing, but on the same respect, his is in the middle of the room, and all of his stuff is huge and bulky. He cleaned off a shelf of stuff, and I'm ranting about bullshit. Pardon my French. So I don't curse very often on this channel. I try not to curse very often at all in my videos, but it's all just aggravating, all of it. Ugh. And I kind of just wish I could blink my eyes and have all of that room cleaned up and just magically put away and organized, and but it's not, and I can't. So yeah, that's everything, guys. And if you are a new subscriber, thank you, welcome to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I am so glad that you guys are deciding to stay. I love having you guys. And I think until next time, guys, I will see you later.